Welcome back to Spick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
This is going to be our preview of Ohio State 2019 season. This is how we do our previews. We got a ceiling, for me, a real record, and a floor, and games to watch. For Ohio State, I think they're going to be a really good team. They're going to be 12-0 in my opinion, for both ceiling and real record, and they might drop a game with their floor. We'll see what Ryan Day has, man. He had a really good offense last season. Their defense kind of struggled a little bit, but he has himself a quarterback now, and that's a ton of talent on our defense, a ton of talent on our offense. So he has all the reins to this horse. We'll see if he can man the horse or not. A lot of pressure on him, honestly. It's a big shoes to fill. We got Urban Meyer, one of the greatest coaches in college football history, despite what I feel about him as a man. So yeah, it's really hard to fill the legend's shoes. So be really intrigued to see what they do this season. I don't have a lot of holes on this team. I don't think they're really going to lose anyone. Really, the only game to watch is Michigan. They might lose to them, but outside of that, man, this team's going to go undefeated in my opinion. They're so loaded. Michigan might beat them, but I don't see that. Big Ten, in my opinion, is kind of not on the level of Ohio State talent-wise. So unless Alden Dan breaks and he's just a terrible coach, I don't see them having a bad season.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. My ceiling is actually my record I think they're going to do, and my floor is worst case scenario, how many games they're going to lose. I got them 12-0 in their floor, or the ceiling at 12-0 and their floor at 11-1. I don't see them losing a whole lot, man. Yeah, they got a new coach, but I think he's going to be a solid coach. And it's just the talent they got there, man, is outrageous, man. And their schedule ain't that tough. I can name maybe 3 games that may be close, which is Michigan, Wisconsin. Really, that's about it. And maybe Penn State. But outside of that, man, I just see them blowing through the schedule. Like I said, I got their actual record at 12-0. I think they're going to do that. I don't see Michigan beating them. I don't really see anybody on this schedule beating them. So I think that talent, and like I said, I think the coach is a pretty good coach. So yeah, man, I think Ohio State's going to breeze through this year. The big question is once they get to the playoffs and the title round, can that young talent continue that in the playoffs when the lights are even brighter? So that's really the big question for me. It's not during the regular season, and like Adam said, unless he actually is just not a good coach as we thought, and he just tanks the whole team, which is I don't see that happening. But you never know at the end of the day. So, but like I said, if I think the way it's going to happen, I think they're going to breeze through the year. But that's my biggest question right now, without seeing anything happening or anything going on. My biggest question is, can they go through this playoffs and play well against these teams that do have more seniors and juniors on the team that have been through playoffs games? Can they push through that and keep that same mentality on the football field? Really, that's the only question I have. But yeah, I think Ohio State's going to crush the Big Ten and go to the playoffs.
Yeah. That's all I really got to say about this preview.
Yeah, that'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. See you on the next one.